Now I will show you how to make no sugar added granola. I'm sure you know what does it mean granola and how to eat it. It is absolutely healthy snack, but when we go to the grocery store, and even if it's a healthy grocery store, and try to find a healthy snack for our breakfast, and we check ingredients for a granola, we always see the second ingredient after oats: sugar. It can be cane sugar, it can be agave nectar, or any other types of sugar. Yes, in my channel I recommend you to use maple syrup or agave nectar into the cakes. Yeah, it's like a natural, minimally processed sweetener. But when we want to consume one specific product like granola, for example, every day, and when we can make it without any additional sweeteners, even maple syrup, why we should compromise? So in this video I want to show you how to make granola with different flavors, with different base, without adding any sugars. So let's make gluten-free, no dairy, I don't know, no sugar added, healthy granola at home. Let's get started. Today we will make with you 3 types of granola, but the difference will be not in what you add into the granola, but what kind of paste you make to feel the taste of this granola. The first recipe will be the easiest way to make it. It has the natural taste and it has a less carbohydrates compared with the next 2 options. The second option will be chocolate granola, and it's probably the perfect option for kids because we're going to add dates, and this type of granola will be the sweetest and anyway, without adding any sugar or syrup. So we will sweeten it more by adding dates. And the third option will be more brightful in flavor. We will add nut butter. So in this situation today I will be adding peanut butter, but you can change it. So let's get started. You will see 3 types of paste that I'm going to use for my granola, and for future you can choose any of these options, of these paste options, but what to put together with the oats, it's on your choice. You can mix and match from 3 my recipes. And also remember that you have my recipe in the PDF file. You can always download it below this video. So just click and download it. In the first recipe we will add minimum sugar. So our paste, our base will be banana and also coconut oil. Why it is very important to add coconut oil? Because this recipe is going to be very fine. So at the end we will get a fine granola, and when we add oil we will get this result. You can do it into your food processor or blender, or if your banana is very soft like mine, so you can use just a fork. Here you are, and we're adding coconut oil. So our paste is ready. We talk about the ingredients for our first type of granola. So first of all you need to find oats. If you need gluten-free, please find with a gluten-free certified sticker on the packaging, but it shouldn't be a quick oats. It should be old-fashioned, long preparing oats. Into these pieces I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon, and I'm going to add almond slices, and we can mix it. Also in this granola I'm going to add hemp seeds and pine nuts. These are the most powerful food with omega-3 fatty acids, but because they are super tiny I'm going to add it at the end of baking process of my granola. Now the process is super easy. We're adding this paste and we massage it to be sure that each oat is covered with our paste. I'm sure you will ask me how to make oil-free granola, so please follow next two recipes. So I explained you the reason why we're adding coconut oil in this specific recipe, because we want to get a fine texture. Let's grab our baking sheet. I covered it with the parchment paper, and let's arrange our granola here. I preheated my oven to 160–180 degrees by Celsius, and we need to bake our granola for about 15–20 minutes. I want to remind you that we have hemp seeds and pine nuts. Pine nuts I'm going to add to my granola 5 minutes before we finish our baking process. Regarding the hemp seeds, I'm not going to bake it at all. I will add it into the warm granola. Let's take out this granola and put pine nuts here. And this way our soft pine nuts will get such delicious, a little bit roasted taste, but at the same time we will not burn it, because 20 minutes for pine nuts is too long. Last 5 minutes with pine nuts. Let's add hemp seeds while our granola is really hot. And let's stir it. You see, it is fine, as I promised you. Very fine, no big pieces of granola. The second option of our granola will be very sweet, and we're going to put a lot of stuff, a lot of different ingredients into this granola. This is perfect granola for people who love really very sweet desserts or treats. And if you are the person who buy granola and check in the packaging if there are a lot of nuts, a lot of different dried fruits, so this option is for you. So that's why I have such big bowl to mix our granola. But anyway, we're starting with the paste. For the paste, I'm going to use 2 bananas, so our granola will be more sweet. And also I'm going to use dates, and I want to tell you that dates were soaked minimum 30 minutes into the hot water. So now my dates are very soft. I'm adding it into my food processor. It can be blender as well. I'm adding my super sweet and soft bananas. For easier blending, I'm adding water. Let's make this paste. Oh, beautiful paste. It's quite liquid. It's perfect. This is what we need. In this granola, I'm going to add different nuts that are perfect for chocolate flavor. I choose hazelnuts. They are absolutely match with the chocolate flavor. I choose walnuts. Also, if you never made my coffee brownie cake with the walnut soft, moist chocolate crust, please try it. I will post the link there. And also, I'm going to add Brazil nuts, because it's an amazing source of selenium. But these nuts are too big, so we need to crush them into smaller nuts, smaller pieces. For example, if you have kids. But anyway, to have such big nut, it's honestly up to you. If you love big nuts into your granola, you can leave it like it is. I'm going to crush it into smaller pieces. We grab our big bowl for our granola, but I want to tell you that it's the same quantity of oats as we just put into the first recipe. I'm adding here nuts. Also, I'm adding cacao powder, so you can control how chocolate your granola on your taste. I will adding for you my recommendations in the quantity. I'm adding raw sunflower seeds. I'm adding a little bit of dried fruits. For me, cranberries would work here perfectly. A little bit of salt. We add salt to boost the sweetness of our granola. In the previous recipe, I made it quite neutral in taste. It is not so sweet because you can control the sweetness when you add this granola into your yogurt and compare with the fruits. In this granola, we want to make really sweet granola, so that's why to boost a sweetness, we're adding a little bit of salt. Also, a little bit of vanilla extract. Let it be like half teaspoon. And honestly, I'm going to add it into the paste. The only one ingredient that I'm not going to add right now is the shredded coconut, because it is completely fine. It's super fine. It also adds some sweetness to our granola, and same like with the hemp seeds, I'm going to add shredded coconut to the already baked granola when it is warm. So this is I set aside. I added vanilla here, so I want to stir it. And first, I recommend you to stir it when it is dry, because the chocolate cacao powder will cover our ingredients perfectly right now. And then we add paste. And we massage our recipe number 2 with the date, banana paste. So, in previous recipe, we used coconut oil. In this recipe, we omitted coconut oil, we used banana, and we used dates. You can ask me, I don't want to have banana taste in my granola. What to do? In this case, take a look on my third recipe. And for this granola that is more wet, I'm going to increase the temperature of my oven to 180-200 degrees. We finished with our recipe number 2. We finished baking. Let's see. So for the first one, you needed just about 20 minutes. For the second one, you need 20-25 minutes. I remind you that we did not add shredded coconut yet, so we will do it right now. The last third recipe will be without bananas, of course without any sugar, and this recipe will be with a nut paste, or you can use seed paste. So for the paste I'm going to use peanut butter, and also to make it more sweet I'm going to use dates, and as in the previous recipe you should soak dates for minimum 30 minutes in hot water. So by combining these two ingredients we will create a paste, and we will add all other ingredients. So let's get started. Peanut butter, pure peanut butter, without any syrups, without any palm oils, sugar, so nothing is inside of this peanut butter. A little bit of water to help our food processor proceed with these dates, and also spices. So you can use any spices that you love. It can be again cinnamon, it can be again vanilla extract. I'm going to use turmeric here because peanut butter will give my granola a yellowish color, so I want to boost it even more. And now it's November, so adding a little bit of turmeric is also a plus in when it is cold. And please add any of your superfoods that you prefer in the paste. You can add it into any of the recipes that I show you today. The smell of turmeric is amazing. The paste is ready. It is more thick than previous one with the banana because of nut butter. When I was thinking to create peanut butter granola, of course, I tried to find ingredients that will pair perfectly for this flavor. And I'm going to add raisins, raw pumpkin seeds, also some more seeds, because it's amazing healthy fats. It will be flax seeds and chia seeds. But again, because they're super tiny, I'm going to add them like 5 minutes before I finish my baking process. And regarding the nuts, so among nuts I'm going to use peanuts, Yeah, peanuts would work here perfectly. Not a lot, but just a little bit of peanuts for this granola. I'm also going to add cashews, and my favorite nuts are macadamia nuts. So honestly, macadamia nuts and the cashews are the most natural tasted nuts. So, and when I want to boost one flavor like peanut butter flavor, these nuts would work here perfectly. We put paste here. And as usual, massage it. Now I don't feel any turmeric flavor because it's overwhelmed with a peanut butter flavor. And this is honestly what I wanted to do, because not all kids love turmeric, but most kids love peanut butter. I'm going to bake it for 10 minutes. In 10 minutes I will add flax seeds and chia seeds, and then I will bake 10-15 minutes more until it becomes very crunchy. Okay, yeah, it's very wet, and while it is still sticky, we can add our seeds. And our seeds will stick to this still wet texture. That's why we're adding seeds in the middle of baking process and not in the beginning, because the seeds too small and we can burn them.